as you can see here, I've taken off the windshield. 4 bolts, very easy. And the side deflectors. Side deflectors have a bolt here and 2 in here. I use the tool, as you see here, to remove the side deflectors in here. 2 bolts are a little bit of a tight space, but not that hard, and they're not in very tightly either. So remember that when you put them back in. Okay, now we take off this tank clamp for the top case, which we do have on order. These are in there fairly tightly. Not easy. Why don't we do this the easy way? Let's put a power tool in on this. Much faster.
With the 4 bolts removed, it's easy to remove the bracket.
Okay, so I have removed these 2 top clamp pieces here. This is still pretty tight, so something else is definitely holding it on, perhaps these 2 side bolts. So we'll remove those next. Okay, so remove this bolt now. That's the left one. That's the right one removed. So now I'm going to remove the bolts over on this top cover here. Okay. There we go. So I'm now removing this rubber piece that you see here, and we'll remove the one on the other side. Okay, now this side. There we go. Get a baggie to hold the bolts. We'll keep everything together, organized. That makes reassembly a whole lot easier. Looks like we can quick get that one done. There we go. On this one, the piece of 2-sided sticky tape came with it. So these plastic pieces should now snap off by rights. I know that they are snapped in. There we go. Just carefully remove them. There's plastic piece number 1 removed. They have these tabs on the back. They just snap in. That gives us access to this area now. This will go into a larger bag. All right, let's remove the one from this side. This one's a little tighter. Don't want to break anything. This one doesn't want to pop out quite so easily. And we don't want to break anything, so the last thing I want to have to do is buy another piece. There we go. Nothing broken. Mounted. So now we've got access here. We can see that this is actually has a screw on the side that is holding the top of it in place as well. So we'll undo those 2 screws. There's one. Now, while I use power tools to remove screws gently, I usually screw them back in by hand. Okay, so this just actually has these clips, and just very carefully pop it off. This piece right here. You can see the tank now is exposed underneath. No need to undo the gas cap, which is great. Great. And we're going to remove the nose cone here. Start removing that. Okay, so this is removed. There's a slide tab at the top that slides in here, holding it in position. Right at the top here is a slide tab. And then at the bottom there are two clamps that go in. Carefully remove these without breaking them. Now ready to remove these side pieces. And you want to be careful with these because these are the painted surfaces. So 1, 2. Don't want to scratch any paint. So there's our extension. You can see here. And the screw is just on the inside right here. Okay, I very gently remove that screw. So with that screw out, this should now pretty much lift off. See if there's any down below. There we go. So that's the beauty cover removed. It'll go into a piece of plastic to protect it. As you can see here, I've removed the phone holder, which sits in this spot. There were 2 screws up on the sides here, further up. One is up in here. You can see where the screw is screwed in here. This is where the phone holder went. And this is the, get that in focus. This is the connector for the phone holder. Anyways, moving forward, next is removal of the fairings. Here you can see I'm using my Optimate charger to charge the battery via the CAN bus. This is a CAN bus charger, and it does work really well. The BMW battery does tend to deplete quite quickly. Now, I'm not sure if there's a large amount of parasitic draw on this motorcycle, or if the battery itself is kind of limited in its storage capability. My experience with lithium batteries is predominantly with anti-gravity batteries, which are excellent batteries, and I'm guessing I'll probably end up replacing this lithium battery at some point with an anti-gravity restart battery. Restart technology allows the battery to become depleted enough charge to start the bike 4 times, so that when traveling, that's an excellent safety feature. So we'll remove this panel. This is a beauty panel. It does have a plastic washer on each screw. Get a plastic washer to come off with that. There we go. It is just a beauty panel. Looks like that. Easy to remove. If you want to powder coat it, you can take it off and have it powder coated. I like the aluminum look for this motorcycle, so it'll stay the way it is. Okay, so just behind this connector is a screw. You can see it at the bottom of the frame. I'll put an arrow here so you can see it. That is the lowest point screw to begin undoing this left panel on this R1300 GSA. There are several screws. The best way to do this is to work from the bottom screw up. So this screw it requires a very small socket. I'll be using a 1/4 inch, I think it's a 225, with a 1/4 inch drive ticket out. I was able to get this bottom screw out, and just down underneath here is there's a power supply, and it's just got 2 little connectors that push up into this part right here. And if I hold it out, you can see there's 2 little prongs that stick up into this part right here. And you'll be able to see it when you're looking inside here. I just pushed them out, popped this down. That gave me good access with my 1/4 inch wrench to M25 to get that screw out. That's the most difficult screw. The next screw we're going to remove is the one that's just in here that you can see. And we'll use the same setup. This is one of the handiest things I own. It just makes manually unscrewing much faster and easier. These screws have a little bit of tightness to them. there's that screw. The next two screws to remove are this one and this one in here. This one is not necessary. It holds the fog light on. It's one integral piece. These screws are a little longer. Need to remove this screw. As you can see, it's starting to come loose. There are two screws on the side. Now, the reason I'm taking off these side panels is because I need access. I have to take the gas tank off. There's the two screws that go there. And now we're doing the top screws. Three screws left to do now. 1, 2, 3. And we'll take this charger out for now. It's kind of in the way. This is still held in place by two tabs and a wire. There's a wire underneath that goes to the fog lights and the two tabs. Make sure there's no other screws in there. Two tabs are under here. There we go. So the piece now comes off. And there's a wire threaded through here, which is just some sort of probe up here. There we go. I have a feeling that's a temperature probe. And it looks like something's holding it on at the bottom. It's just caught up in things. There we go. Now I need to remove the wire. Let's keep our beautiful gas tank covered here. It's a little screwdriver just to pop the tab. These tabs are designed with production in mind to sort of go in and generally not come out. So getting the tab out and holding a screwdriver in position to pop the latch. A bit involved. I want to get in there. There you go. Okay, it's off. This is the connector that goes for the front light. This is connected to a sensor. I think it's temperature sensor up front. And here we are. So there's really no further need to disassemble anything else up here. The next step will be to take the gas tank off. And once the gas tank is off, then I have full access. We will be installing the Lone Rider motor lights here. We'll be able to get access back here to route all the wiring back to the EasyCam. I've got a sound bomb, Denali sound bomb, which is going up front. Split sound bomb, that'll be installed up here and again routed back to the EasyCam. Up in here will be at the top on the handlebar. Up in here on the handlebar, as mentioned, will be the Garmin XT2. So next is removal of the gas tank, and then we're ready to start installing the parts. So now we are removing the gas tank. I removed these two bolts from here and here, and then we have these two larger bolts. Those are a T40. Up our beautiful gas tank. We are going to get this gas tank taped with clear 3M tape. Large screw for the gas tank. No thread lock on it. It's kind of makes sense because I imagine it has to be removed for service. There's the other large bolt. Now, this assembly here should now come off. There we go. That now kind of flips out of the way. A couple of zip ties right here to this cord. We'll remove those. We can always re-zip them with new ones later. There we go. So that's the assembly that holds the gas tank in place. All right. And it's full of gas, so it's heavy. Or is it ever heavy? And there's quite a few things here. So on the gas tank, there's this little cord here. It goes down, is threaded all the way through here. So that cord comes all the way down under here and ends up at this connector. So this connector will have to be undone and the cord threaded back up to remove this gas tank. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so in here, this has a little tab here that you slide over and you can slide it off this connector. This cord is connected to the gas tank. It's zip tied here and here. So we're going to undo those zip ties now. We will redo these. There are little slots to fit your zip ties through. And nicely done, I gotta say. Everything is put together really, really well on this motorcycle. These will have to be re-zip tied. The good news is they're a standard size. There's one, and there's the other. There's the two zip ties. We'll leave those there. And this is the cord for the gas tank. So this now comes up under here, and this is just press fit in behind. So with that, I can now take the gas tank off. So the gas tank is off. When taking the gas tank off, there are two air hoses that you must disconnect, these two. One is on this side of the gas cap on the front. This, wrapped in here, is the gas feed line. There are two blue tabs. You can see a blue tab here and a blue tab here. Those both have to be pressed like so in order to release the gas tank, the gas portion. A little bit of gas will come out. That's normal. I've just got it wrapped up. And the electrical connector, which connects to the gas tank, has a little tab on the back here, and you have to press that tab in, and then it pops out. So now we can begin installing the accessories that we have planned, that I have planned for this motorcycle. We'll be installing some Lone Rider lights, a Denali sound bomb, navigation computer up here, and the Inov K7 camera at the front. I hope this helped. Thank you for watching. Next in the series will be the Lone Rider motor lights.